Yesterday, I had a lecture about stick dance in Upper Egypt, and I received a lot of wonderful questions. I would like to share some of the answers with you. The first question was about the difference between Tahteeb and stick dance, if there is any difference between both. Of course, because Tahteeb is a folk game, not dancing. As all of you know exactly, stick is a close friend of humans since long time, all over the world, not only in Egypt. And also man used it in the war for attacking or defense. Same as in Egypt also, everywhere all over the world. And step by step, this type of tool changed in a several or in different types of materials. The ancient Egyptians used it also the same, and they created an exercises and training to let it be in the end a type of folk game, and they create a lot of rules for it after that or later, but became as it is with a lot of people here in Egypt, a lot of families here in Egypt, especially yes also in Upper Egypt. The stick is not just only from a special type of wood, but from many different types of wood, such as beech wood or ebony wood, and many other different types of tree woods. In North Egypt also we have the same stick game, folk game, and we have the stick, yes, also from many different types of wood, such as the bamboo wood too. But the bamboo wood much more famous in North Egypt than Upper Egypt, where they are using the beech wood or ebony wood, as I told you. The Upper Egyptians are famous for Tahteeb game more than North Egypt, but by the way, all over Egypt we have Tahteeb game, not only in Upper Egypt, but the Upper Egyptian became much more famous with this folk game more than the others. Regarding to many points, I don't like to talk about it now, but step by step, I will tell you much more information about this type of game or this type of dance when we're using the stick dance. Anyway, when you see the Upper Egyptian when they are playing this game, folk game, you think immediately this is a type of dancing regarding to the fatness the players use while they're playing this game, but of course it is not. There is a big difference between the fatness we are using in folk game or folk dancing or theatrical folk dancing too, or dancing in general. There is a hair line or very thin hair line between the dance step and folk game step, or step belongs to any type of sport. If you understand this hairline, you will understand exactly the difference between these both steps. Tahteeb game is one of the major tools we can measure the difference between both, I mean the dance and the game. So this is very important point I would like to share with you too. In Upper Egypt, when the elderly going to the streets, they go walk with the stick, so it become much more close with them every time. It is a fashion in Upper Egypt with the elderly people over there. North Egypt not similar like Upper Egyptian. When we say stick dance in Upper Egypt, immediately we think that the Upper Egyptian women, they are dancing with this type of stick, which of course it is not. The stick dance in Upper Egypt belongs to Ghawazi family, not the Upper Egyptians women. This is number one. Number two, this type of dance, it belongs to them, as I told you, and it has a special type of dance steps belongs to this family, I mean the women in this family. Of course, sometimes they imitating the men or they imitating men in Upper Egypt, which it is okay, no problem in this, but sometimes I see some dancers or some choreographers create a man dance step for women, or sometimes women, I mean dancers all over the world, they imitate men while dancing with the stick, which is wrong. It is not good. You have to show me your feminine. You have to show me your dance as a woman, not as a man, because there is no men dance by stick in Upper Egypt. It is type again and again. It is type of folk game, not dance. There is no dance as the meaning of the word in Upper Egypt like what you think or what you heard. So the stick dance belongs to Ghawazi, which led me to a question I would like to ask you about. What type of dance do the Upper Egyptian women perform? I would like to receive your answer about this question. Please write me down your answer about this question and of course your opinion about. So this type of dance belongs to Ghawazi, but other side, some people said that Ghawazi are dancing everywhere in Upper Egypt, which is completely also wrong. Ghawazi are dancing just only in the general parties or the public parties, such as wedding party or feast or something like that. And one main point I love to share with you also, when a family have a wedding party, of course they can ask Ghawazi come and dance to them, but the main point is in Upper Egypt men celebrate in this feast or in this party far from their women. They cannot stay together in one place. This is very important point. For this reason you will find immediately, or you have to ask immediately, where Ghawazi can do their performance. They do their performance in front of men, not women, by the way. Women, they are sitting together, all of them sit together in the bride's house, the family of their bride. So this is far from their men. The men, they sit far from women. And Ghawazi, they are dancing in front of men, not front of women. With women, it's completely different. This point leads us to know that, or to ask a question once more again. Why all the time we see that Ghawazi dance steps are rough steps? It is very strange, by the way. But I know, of course, the answer of it. I would like to hear your opinion, yes, also, and your answer about this question. Why Ghawazi steps are rough, very rough like that? And by the way, the Gypsy dance steps more rougher than the Ghawazi dance steps. Why? Of course, I know the answer since long time, and of course I love to hear this answer from you too. Please write me down if you have an answer about this, and your comments also about this point. Anyway, this is exactly one of the answers about stick dance in Upper Egypt. But which type of or which length of the stick they use? Normally in Upper Egypt, the stick they use, while the folk game, it is about or around 2 meters length, or sometimes longer than this too. But in dancing, completely different. I mean, in theatrical folk dancing is completely different. We are using the solid bamboo stick, not even the other type of a stick, or I mean the other bamboo stick, but we are using the solid bamboo stick, which is around 1 meter and 10 centimeter, something like that. Or it is length to the abdomen, not longer than this or something like that. But of course, if you are shorter, you can use a short stick. If you are taller, you can use another type of stick, long stick, no problem in this. But this is the measure of the stick we are using on the stage. In Upper Egypt, the Ghawazi are using the normal stick, which it is about 2 meters length. But in North Egypt, we have also in North Egypt, Ghawazi live in North Egypt, yes, also the other family, as I explained you before. They are using a different type of stick. But why the Ghawazi also, this is another question, this is the third question, by the way. Why the North Egyptian Ghawazi, the dance steps is wonderful and smooth dance steps? Why is this smooth dance steps? This is also a question I would like to ask you about, and I will be waiting for your answer of it too. There is a big difference between the dance steps in North Egyptian Ghawazi and Upper Egyptian Ghawazi. Of course, you have to know the difference between both. This was a part of my lecture yesterday, and of course I would like to share with you. And if you have any comment or any question, please send me. And of course I would like to hear from you. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.